Hi lovelies, my name is Rafiat and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make chicken cups, something that both kids and adults will love, and it's pretty easy to make. And you guys, watch this video to the end to learn how to make your own chicken cups at home. So I'm going to start off with making the cup itself, and to do this all you have to do is add some all-purpose flour, about 2 cups, to a bowl, add some salt and mix everything together. When mixing everything together, do this thoroughly to make sure that the salt gets to every corner of the all-purpose flour. Now go ahead and add some water and mix this thoroughly. Do this with your clean hand, or you can use a hand mixer for this, or a stand mixer. And when adding the water, make sure to do this bit by bit until you get the desired consistency, or simply the desired type of dough we are looking for. And as you can see, I'm adding the water bit by bit and not everything all at once. So continue mixing this until you're done and you're left with a dough that looks really good. So what we are doing basically in the bowl, first of all, is to bring the all-purpose flour together, not really kneading the dough, just to bring everything together. And once you're done with this process, go ahead and sprinkle some all-purpose flour onto a clean flat surface. This is to prevent sticking. And once you're done with that, transfer the dough to the surface and start kneading. Luckily, the type of kneading we are doing for this chicken cup is a simple one. In simple steps, just in few minutes you're going to be done. It's not the kind of kneading you do when you're trying to bake a loaf of bread. This is just simple hand movements, just a way of getting the dough to come together in one big clean ball. And once you're done with that, you're going to be left with something that looks like this. And what you're going to do now is to pick up the dough and transfer to a greased bowl. Just apply some vegetable oil on the bowl and place the dough in it. Then set this aside for about 15 minutes. Again, sprinkle some all-purpose flour onto the surface and place the dough. What we're trying to do here is just to form the cup that the chicken filling is going to sit on. And this procedure for making the cup is the same thing you need to follow when you're making the wrap for samosa or the wrap for spring roll. So all you have to do is divide the dough into smaller pieces so that it's easier to work with, and pick a piece and flatten it out until you get your desired level of thickness or thinness. So the flattening of the dough shouldn't take so long, just a few seconds. And once you've generously sprinkled the surface with all-purpose flour, it's very easy to do, very easy to do, because the dough is not going to stick to the surface, and in just easy steps you're going to be able to flatten this out just the way you want it. So once you're done with the whole flattening process, and okay, before we get into cutting the shape, this is the level of thickness, or let me say thinness, that I want. It's perfect for the kind of recipe we're making, for the chicken cups we are making. So this level of thinness is okay. So what I'm doing now is to use a circular object to cut out the shape. Now, depending on the size of chicken cup you're making, that is going to determine the kind of object you're going to use to cut out the shape. This is big size, so if you want something smaller, use a smaller object to cut out the shape. I'm just giving an illustration here. So I later on decided to do something smaller, but I did that off camera. So all you have to do is cut out. Once you're done cutting, pick up the wrapper, and that's it. So repeat this process until all the dough gets exhausted. And don't forget, the edges that you cut out, knead them again, flatten out, and then use any object to cut out the shape or size that you want. So don't forget to apply some vegetable oil on the wrap that you cut out. This is very important to prevent any form of sticking, okay? Because when you don't apply vegetable oil, they are going to end up sticking together, and it's not a pleasant sight at all. So please don't forget to apply vegetable oil. It's very important, and you should apply vegetable oil, place the next wrap, apply vegetable oil again until you're done with the whole wrap. Okay, this is very important, like I said, because once they stick together, it's as if all the labor, everything you've been doing has been useless, and that's not a good feeling. So this is it. Very easy to make, right? So to set the wrap, all you have to do is heat up each side for a few seconds. This should take about 15 to 30 seconds, and once you're done with that, you can go ahead and flip over and when you flip over, allow the other side for about 15 to 30 seconds again, and that's it. So like I said, this is just an illustration. For this particular recipe, I actually used a smaller sized wrap for this. Okay, we're going to see that shortly. So repeat this process and you're going to be left with well made chicken cups wrap that you can use for your samosa and your spring roll as well. I mentioned this earlier. So what I did was to cut out very small shapes for the particular recipe, and this is what they look like. But follow the same step as I showed earlier, exactly the same step, you're going to get something like this. So since I was making small chicken cups, I cut the wrap into smaller pieces, so that's why they looked small. So I'm going to be using my cupcake pan, and all I did was to grease with some vegetable oil so that they don't stick and they come out crispy and everything. And what I'm doing now is to place the wrap one after the other into each compartment of the cupcake pan. You can use any kind of cupcake pan. I'm using this 6 slots. There is also 9 and 12, so it depends on the one you have. So repeat this process and until all the compartments is done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and bake this for about 10 to 15 minutes on medium heat or at 180 degrees. So to make the glaze, or the dressing for the filling, all I did was to mix some mayo, some lemon juice, some pepper and some fresh parsley together. Stir this continuously until you get a nice and creamy consistency. So you can combine any ingredients of your choice to get the dressing. And I'm going to add about 2/3 of this to some diced carrots, cabbage and spring onions, and to the remaining I'm going to add some ketchup. This is going to be the dressing proper for more like a glaze, as we're going to see as the video goes on. So mix this one, the remaining, and set aside. Now go ahead and mix the one that you added to the cabbage and carrots and spring onions. Mix everything together until they are well combined, and after mixing you're going to be left with something that looks this good, very creamy and ready to use. So this is what our baked chicken cups look like, and of course I'm going to start off by adding the salad. Yeah, we can call it salad. And once you're done with that, I already fried some chicken, crunchy chicken. I have a recipe for this on my channel, so you can go through. Place 1 or 2 on each cup, and once you're done with that, go ahead and glaze with the mixture we added ketchup to. Just glaze this generously, then add some spring onions for color, and that's it. It's pretty easy to make, and this is perfect for parties, it's perfect for your appetizer, it's perfect for snacks, for your kids, for adults. Everyone will love this. And you guys, I hope you get to try out this recipe, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video to your loved ones, and try out something new. Bye, and I'm going to see you in my next one.